You. What's good, y'all? It's your girl Cassie. And Willison, social media is on fire right now. I'm Tokan full-blown meltdown, comments going crazy. Twitter Spaces erupting because NBA YoungBoy just dropped a response to NLE The Great's KO official music video. And the internet cannot handle it. This is not just another rap beef, y'all. This feels personal now. If you've been anywhere online the last 24 hours, you already know NLE The Great came out swinging, literally calling out YoungBoy by name, throwing shots about fallen kings and industry plants, talking about loyalty, betrayal, and who really runs the South. And just when fans thought, why was staying silent? Boom, he dropped a surprise visual at midnight titled Response to KO. No promo. No warning, just violence on wax. And let me tell you, this wasn't no chill subliminal message type of track either. Nah, YoungBoy came direct, with bars that had people rewinding like, wait, did he just say that? The energy was raw, unfiltered, and the tone. Straight war cry. Fans are calling it one of the coldest responses since the Drake-Meek era. And honestly, they might not be wrong. But here's where things get wild. Y'all, the video itself ain't just about the music. There's a moment in there, a blink and do miss it scene that got everybody talking. A mysterious phone call, a family reference, and some heavy symbolism that's got folks thinking this beef goes deeper than rap-like. Family betrayal deep, so buckle up because we're about to break down how this whole thing started, what's really going on behind the cameras, and why some fans are saying this could be the beginning of the end for one of these rap stars. Stay tuned. Alright, y'all. So let's really get into it because this story is wild from start to finish. People thought it was just another rap beef, some friendly competition. But not this thing between NBA YoungBoy and NLE The Great got layers. Deep ones. It didn't even start with the KO video. It started months ago, quietly, behind the scenes, when the two were actually supposed to collaborate. Crazy, right? Fans were hyped, thinking two Southern giants linking up would be legendary. But something went wrong, something personal, from what people close to the situation say. It all began during a studio session in Atlanta. YoungBoy had flown in for a quick recording trip, and NLE was already there working on his mixtape. The label was trying to bring them together for a track, something powerful, a unity move for Louisiana and Memphis. But when YoungBoy pulled up, sources say the vibe was off from the start. The air was tense, like they both had something to prove. One engineer even said it felt like two lions in the same cage sooner or later. Somebody was gonna roar. Apparently, NLE played a snippet of a song he'd been working on. And there was a line that said, "Fake kings don't last. Real ones move in silence." Folks say YoungBoy just gave him that cold stare, nodded, and said, "You talking to me?" NLE laughed it off, said it was just a lyric, but you could tell, right there, the energy changed. From that moment, there was tension. Later that night, after the session, YoungBoy posted a story that said, "Never trust a dude who smile when he envy." Fans thought it was random. But now, looking back, it was clearly a shot. And from there, it just spiraled. Fast forward a few weeks, and NLE drops a freestyle online raw, aggressive, full of coded language. He never said YoungBoy's name, but people connected the dots immediately. He said things like, "They hiding behind numbers, I'm standing behind truth. And the one who scream loyalty first, always be the one who break it." Fans went wild. YouTube comments flooded with heat talking 'bout YB. And this gonna start something. And sure enough, it did. YoungBoy didn't say a word publicly, but insiders claim he was furious. Like, ready to go to the booth, furious. And he recorded a whole response that night, but never released it. That's why when NLE The Great dropped KO, it hit different. KO wasn't just a song, it was a declaration. The video had fight imagery, boxing gloves, and scenes that clearly mocked YoungBoy's signature music video style. The internet caught on fast, memes everywhere. Nell just knocked out YB with one verse. One fan tweeted, but then came the twist. While everyone was laughing online, YoungBoy's camp stayed silent. No posts, no stories, no tweets. That's silence. That's what had everybody nervous. People started speculating that YoungBoy was planning something, and they were right. 1 week later, out of nowhere, YoungBoy drops his own video. Simply titled Response to KO. It went live at midnight. No promo, no warning, just chaos. Within minutes, it hit 1 million views. Fans flooded the comments. He ain't playing. This ain't no diss. This a message? It's about to get real. And the visuals. Dark, gritty, almost cinematic. It starts with YoungBoy sitting alone in a room, old boxing footage playing on a TV. He's writing something down, then looks up and says quietly, "You thought I was done." The beat drops, heavy 808s, and the whole mood shifts. Lyrically, it was sharp, calculated. He talked about betrayal, fake loyalty, and brothers turning to enemies. But then came that one bar that made everyone stop. He called me brother, then boxed my name for fame. Fans instantly knew he's talking about Nell. No question, but here's where things get messy. Around the 2-minute mark, there's a scene where YoungBoy gets a phone call. He looks down, answers, and says, "Don't ever call me about him again." The caller's voice is faint. But people with sharp ears swear it sounds like a member of Nell's team, maybe even his cousin, who used to be close with YoungBoy's family. That scene alone had fans replaying the video like detectives. Was it just acting, or did YoungBoy sneak real audio into the video? Rumors say that part was real, recorded during an actual phone call that leaked weeks ago. Some even claim that's why YouTube briefly took the video down before putting it back up after the drop. Social media went nuclear. Fans divided instantly. YoungBoy supporters were saying he took his throne back, while Nell's people were claiming KO already won the war. Twitter Spaces went crazy, with fans debating lyrics line by line like it was a court case. One fan even posted a side-by-side of both videos, analyzing background details, and found what looked like the same boxing gym location. People started saying Nell shot KO at a spot YoungBoy had filmed years earlier, like a direct taunt. And just when people thought it couldn't get any deeper, Nell's mom jumped in. She went live on Instagram, clearly emotional, saying, "Y'all don't even know the half of it. They used to be cool. This ain't about music no more. This personal." The live hit over 60,000 viewers in under 10 minutes before she deleted it. But screenshots spread fast. Then, an even crazier thing happened. A fan account leaked what they claimed was a DM from Nell to YoungBoy, dated months ago. In it, Nell allegedly apologized for letting outside noise mess up the brotherhood. The DM hasn't been verified, but it was enough to make fans start questioning everything. If they were brothers once, what broke them apart? Was it money, fame, or betrayal? And that's when things really started spiraling offline. YoungBoy's cousin, who often posts cryptic tweets, dropped one that said, "Family don't switch sides unless the bag big enough." No names, but everyone knew who he meant. Nell's best friend fired back with, "Ain't no family in fake love." Now, it wasn't just about two rappers, it was their circles, their families, their crews. The tensions spilled over into the streets too. There were reports of confrontations between affiliates at a club in Memphis. Nothing major, but people said security had to break it up after some words were exchanged. Local blogs picked it up instantly, with headlines like "YB crew runs into Nell team words get heated." So now, it's not just music hits a movement. Everyone waiting to see who'll speak next, who'll respond, and whether it's gonna stay on wax or get real. Because at this point, with emotions this high, nobody knows where it's going next, and that's exactly where the next part picks up. Because what happened after that club night changed everything. Someone made a move that no one saw coming, and from that moment on, the feud turned from lyrical to personal. After that night in Memphis, everything started to shift. What was once just a musical rivalry started bleeding into real life. And everybody could feel the tension building like storm clouds. Fans thought maybe they'd let it cool off, but no, things got way too personal. The next morning, videos started circulating from that same club where YoungBoy's crew and NLE's people almost crossed paths. In one clip, you could see a figure who looked a lot like someone from NLE's entourage arguing with security, yelling something like, "Tell him keep my name out his verse." The internet did what it always does, run wild with theories. But what nobody expected was that YoungBoy himself would speak out. Not through a diss track, not on a song, but on a live stream. That's right. Y, who rarely goes live, hopped on Instagram around 2 a.m., hoodie on, face half in the shadows, and said one line that sent shockwaves through social media. He said, "When you call somebody brother, make sure you mean it." Then he just stared at the screen for a few seconds before ending the live. That's it. No rant, no explanation. No rant, no explanation. Within minutes, the clip was everywhere. Fans started posting reaction videos. News pages lit up, and everybody was waiting for NLE to respond. And he did, but not the way anyone thought he would. Instead of dropping another song or tweet, he posted a black screen on his story with 3 words, "Real ones, no." The comments section exploded instantly. People were split, half saying NLE was taking the mature route, the other half saying he was being sneaky and playing victim. Behind the scenes, though, things were brewing. People close to both camps started talking to blogs off the record. One insider claimed the beef actually started months earlier over an unreleased collaboration. Apparently, YoungBoy had recorded a hook for one of NLE's tracks, but later pulled it back, telling his team he didn't feel right about the energy of the song. NLE took that as disrespect. He allegedly felt like YB was backing out because he didn't want to share the spotlight, especially since both of them were climbing charts at the same time. One of NLE's producers supposedly told him, "You don't need him. You already the next wave." That comment stuck with him. So when NLE wrote KO, he was really venting years of pent-up frustration about people doubting him, about being seen as the little bro in the game. But once YoungBoy dropped that response, it lit a fuse that couldn't be undone. Then came the next twist: the leaked phone call. A few days after YoungBoy's response to KO video dropped, an audio clip started circulating on Twitter. In the clip, you can hear someone who sounds exactly like NLE talking on the phone, saying, "He changed up. Man, I looked out for him. And he flipped." The other voice, deeper, calmer, sounded eerily like one of YoungBoy's cousins. No one knew who leaked it, but it spread like wildfire. Fans started piecing together timelines, matching voices, and dissecting every second. Some believed it was a setup. Others said it was proof that this beef was more than music. NLE finally broke his silence during an interview with a smaller YouTube channel. Sitting back in a black hoodie, he said, "I ain't got hate in my heart. But if somebody disrespect me, I'm gonna stand on business. That's all." When the interviewer asked about YoungBoy directly, he smiled and said, "We'll see who's really real when the smoke clear." It was calm, but that calm made it even scarier. Meanwhile, YoungBoy was quiet again, but his camp wasn't. One of his closest friends, who often posts cryptic things online, dropped a post saying, "The internet loved to see brothers fall out. Just know, the truth always surface." Then, hours later, YoungBoy's official page posted a teaser clip with the caption, "Chapter 2 loading." It was just 8 seconds of static and a boxing bell sound. No music, no visuals, but the fans knew what that meant. Another song was coming. By now, every media outlet had picked up the story. Even mainstream blogs were covering it like a soap. Opera headlines like YoungBoy and NLE's feud deepens. After leaked audio and hip-hop divided as Southern Kings clash, it became the #1 trending topic for 2 straight days. TikTok was full of fan edits, reaction videos, and conspiracy breakdowns. One clip that went viral had over 2 million views, claiming the entire beef was orchestrated by the labels to boost streams. Others weren't buying it. They pointed to the emotion in both artists' voices, the pain in their lyrics, saying, "Nah, this too real to be fake." But then came something no one saw coming. NLE's childhood friend, someone he used to rap with back in the day, went live, saying he had receipts that could end the narrative. He claimed he was there the night the original collab fell apart and that there was more to the story. He said, "They ain't tell y'all the real reason why I walked out that night. It wasn't about the verse, it was about respect. Why felt like NLE said something foul behind his back, and when he found out, that was it." A few hours later, screenshots started floating around showing messages that seemed to confirm his story. One text allegedly from YB said, "I heard what was said. Ain't no cumin back from that." Again, unverified, but believable enough that fans started turning on each other in the comments. The division was wild, some saying NLE started it, others saying YoungBoy overreacted. And while the internet was busy picking sides, something even more emotional was happening offline. NLE's mother and YoungBoy's aunt, who were apparently cool before all this, started posting indirect messages too. One of NLE's mom's posts said, "I watched them grow up together like family, and now it's hate. Fame poison hearts." That one line had people crying in the comments, saying it felt like watching brothers become strangers. Then, out of nowhere, a fan captured a photo in Los Angeles showing NLE at a restaurant, talking to a man who looked like one of YoungBoy's old managers. Instantly, blogs blew up with secret meeting rumors. Was it peace talks? Was it betrayal? Nobody knew, but it added gasoline to an already burning fire. By the end of that week, YoungBoy's teaser finally paid off. He dropped another track shorter, sharper, titled "Last Round." It wasn't as angry as response to KO, but it was colder, more reflective. He rapped, "We was boys, not enemies." But envy turned to energy. Fans called it a masterpiece, saying it showed growth. But the last line hit hardest. "Some scars don't heal, they just rhyme." People started hoping maybe this was the end. Maybe they were going to squash it and move on. But just when that sense of calm started spreading, something else dropped. An unreleased verse leaked online, allegedly from NLE, where he said, "Don't let him fool y'all. He play the victim best." That was enough to reignite everything. Social media blew up again, and suddenly, it felt like everyone was waiting for another explosion. And that's exactly what happened next. One move. One post that changed the direction of everything. A post that made fans wonder if this was ever really about music at all, or if it was about loyalty, pride, and something far deeper. That moment set off the next wave of chaos that nobody, not even the artists themselves, could stop. And just like that, the situation escalated to a level nobody could have predicted. The leak of NLE's verse had people talking non-stop. For days, social media was flooded with breakdowns, reaction videos, even memes framing the two as gladiators in a modern-day coliseum. But behind the laughs and speculation, the energy was serious. Insiders said the tension between the two camps had gotten so thick that even small interactions were monitored like chess. Moves people close to YoungBoy claimed he started avoiding public spots he normally frequented. Studios, restaurants, even some local streets in Baton Rouge. Sources say he had security double-check everything. One insider explained, He wasn't scared, but he wanted to make sure nobody could exploit the situation. Why move smart? Meanwhile, Neil was reportedly doing the same, keeping a low profile but still posting cryptic messages online that fans dissected like evidence. Then came the moment everyone had been waiting for: a direct confrontation, although not in public. A mutual friend, who has ties to both camps, invited them to a private studio in Atlanta, supposedly to mediate the feud. Cameras were not allowed, but leaks started trickling out almost immediately. Sources claimed the meeting was tense from the start. YoungBoy allegedly said, "I ain't here to play games. What's done is done." Nell reportedly replied, "We all make mistakes. But don't act like you weren't part of the chaos." Voices were raised, emotions ran high, and at one point, a third party had to physically step between them. The internet caught wind of the meeting when snippets of security footage were shared anonymously. In the clips, you could hear muffled voices arguing, a door slamming, and then silence. Fans went wild, trying to guess what had happened inside. Some thought they were about to see a full-on brawl. Others hoped for reconciliation. The truth? Nobody outside that room knew, but speculation fueled the frenzy. Then, out of nowhere, another twist. A rumored collaboration track between YoungBoy and another artist leaked. The song contained lyrics that seemed to indirectly reference Nell again, but this time with a more somber tone. Lines like "Brothers Fall." But history remembers had fans speculating that YoungBoy was trying to send a message: acknowledge the past but show growth. Blogs debated whether it was subtle peacemaking or another sly jab. NLE, of course, didn't stay silent. A few days later, he posted a series of Instagram stories, short, cryptic clips of him in the studio. One clip had him looking at old photos of himself and YoungBoy from back in the day, captioned, "Remember when?" Fans were shook. People started piecing together timelines, trying to find hidden meanings. And the speculation got even crazier. But then something completely unexpected happened. An old associate of YoungBoy's spoke out publicly for the first time. He went live on Instagram, claiming he had witnessed a private argument months ago that nobody knew about. He said, "They weren't just fighting over music, they were fighting over trust. Trust that got broken years ago." He hinted at family disputes, money, and even loyalty to mutual friends. Fans went insane, commenting thousands of times in just a few hours. Some defended the artists, others said this was proof that the beef had nothing to do with rap, it was personal. Nothing to do with rap, it was personal. And if that wasn't enough, another layer was added when YoungBoy's cousin posted a cryptic message on Twitter: "Some wounds never fade. No matter how loud the bars are." Almost immediately, Nell's team responded with a post that read, "Facts speak louder than history." The indirect digital battle made the entire feud feel like a high-stakes chess match, each side trying to control the narrative without direct confrontation. Around this time, several fans started noticing a pattern in the visuals of both artists' latest videos. Symbolism everywhere: boxing imagery, family photos, subtle references to betrayal and loyalty. Fans were convinced there were hidden messages about what really went down in the past. Conspiracy threads exploded across Reddit and Twitter, some going into minute detail about lighting, locations, and even gestures in the videos. Theories ranged from "this is about an old family feud" to "labels are orchestrating it for clicks." Things got even messier when a behind-the-scenes photographer leaked pictures from one of NLE's studio sessions. In the pictures, YoungBoy's merchandise appeared in the background, even though he wasn't there. The photographer later said it was a mistake, but the internet immediately ran with it, claiming it was proof that YoungBoy was trying to claim territory in NLE's domain. The drama only intensified. Then came the family angle. Nell's aunt posted a heartfelt Instagram story hinting that both artists had grown up in the same storm but chose different paths. Fans went crazy. interpreting it as a subtle call for reconciliation, while others saw it as another jab at YoungBoy. The tension had now reached a point where even family members were indirectly taking sides. And the lines between music, loyalty, and personal life were completely blurred, as if that wasn't enough. Another twist shook the internet: a leaked DM exchange, allegedly between YoungBoy and Neil, surfaced. In the messages, YoungBoy appeared to say, "We can't go back, but the streets remember." Nell allegedly responded, "Facts, but the people still deserve the truth." Fans lost their minds trying to decode whether this meant a future collaboration, a subtle peace offering, or yet another escalation in the feud. And just when everyone thought things were slowing down, a viral TikTok surfaced showing Nell watching YoungBoy's response to KO on a big screen, head shaking and muttering, "This ain't what we started." Fans couldn't stop watching, replaying it thousands of times. Debates raged about whether Nell was upset, impressed, or already plotting his next move. But the real shock came from YoungBoy's camp. A producer close to him leaked a short video clip showing YoungBoy in the studio, looking visibly frustrated. He's sitting down, headphones on, and you can hear him muttering under his breath. They think this is over. Nah, this just the beginning. It was brief, but the internet ate it up. Fans speculated nonstop. Was he hinting at a new track, a tour, or something even bigger? By now, the feud wasn't just about rap anymore. It was a cultural moment. Forums, comment sections, TikToks, Instagrams, all consumed by people analyzing every move, every post, every lyric. Memes were made, fan theories written, and the division was real. Some fans even said they felt like they were watching a reality TV show unfold in real time, complete with drama, betrayal, and unexpected twists. Then, in a turn nobody saw coming, a mutual friend of both artists posted a video addressing the situation. He said, "Look, these guys grew up together. It's complicated. Y'all don't see the behind the scenes. This isn't just Barzit's life." Fans praised him for giving context. But at the same time, some claimed it was a subtle warning, implying things could get more intense if the narrative wasn't controlled. And just when the dust seemed to settle, yet another leak appeared, a voice memo of YoungBoy talking about making sure lessons are learned and never letting people disrespect family. Fans immediately dissected it, believing it was directed at NLE again, sparking even more debate. The feud had reached a point where every song, post, story, or interview was analyzed like evidence in a case. So here we are, with both artists sitting on mountains of speculation, leaked content, cryptic messages, and family dynamics that nobody can untangle. The tension is high, emotions are raw, and the drama shows no signs of slowing down. The stage is set for what many believe will be the next explosive chapter, one that could either mend fences or completely tear everything apart. The world is watching. Fans are waiting, and insiders claim the next move could change the entire narrative. The internet has theorized, blogs have published, and social media has debated non-stop, but one thing is clear: the story is far from over. And the next chapter promises even more chaos, surprises, and revelations that nobody saw coming. And now we enter what might be the most unpredictable phase yet. After weeks of leaked tracks, cryptic posts, and social media chaos, things reached a boiling point. The fans were no longer just spectators, they were participants, dissecting every move, creating timelines, and speculating on alliances. Everyone wanted to know, were YoungBoy and Nell going to reconcile, or was the feud about to explode into something the streets had never seen? Rumors began circulating that YoungBoy had been spotted in Houston meeting with a producer who's close to Nell. People said it was an intense, hours-long session, and that at one point, voices could be heard arguing. One insider said they were trying to hash out history, but neither side was backing down. Pride was at the center of it all. Naturally, clips of the building and vague shadows of people went viral, leaving fans to guess who was inside. The speculation alone drove engagement higher than either artist had ever seen. Then came the real bombshell. A fan captured a screenshot of an email, allegedly from a label executive sent to both camps. The email reportedly read, "Consider the bigger picture streams, tours, and legacy. Don't let old beef kill potential." The internet went wild. Some interpreted it as a peace attempt, others as proof the labels were manipulating the situation for profit. Conspiracy theories exploded. Labels are playing them like chess pieces. This is bigger than music, and they're just pawns in a bigger game. In the middle of all this, YoungBoy posted a short video on Instagram. He's in the studio, headphones on, staring at the floor, with text over the video saying, "Truth comes out eventually." Fans dissected every second. Was he hinting at a new track? A response? A reconciliation? Nobody knew, and that uncertainty only fueled the hype. NLE, meanwhile, stayed mostly silent but dropped subtle hints. In one story, he posted an image of a chessboard with the caption, "Every move counts." Fans went insane. Some thought it was about the feud. Others believed he was speaking metaphorically about his career. Either way, the energy online was electric. Comments flooding in by the thousands per minute. And then, out of nowhere, a leaked voice memo of YoungBoy surfaced again. This time, it was longer, emotional, and surprisingly raw. He allegedly says, "We was like brothers. Don't nobody understand the hurt when family turn into strangers. I just want respect, nothing else." People were shocked. This wasn't the tough, untouchable persona fans were used to. Wit was vulnerable, human, and it sparked a huge wave of empathy across social media. Reaction videos poured in, some praising his honesty, others dissecting every word for hidden jabs at NLE. The next twist. Nal's camp allegedly released an unofficial statement through an interview on a small YouTube channel. He reportedly said, "I ain't here to hate. Mistakes happen. But some bridges burn too fast. Let's see who really stands." The combination of YoungBoy's raw memo and Nal's measured words created a frenzy online. Fans were divided, some calling for peace, others hyping up a potential last-round showdown. Then, drama spilled over into the personal lives. Family members started posting indirect messages again. YoungBoy's aunt shared a throwback photos of both artists as kids with the caption, "Family first, always." Fans immediately interpreted it as a subtle plea for reconciliation. Nal's cousin, however, posted a cryptic line, "Loyalty over everything, even memories." Suddenly, it felt like the feud wasn't just music, it was personal, layered, and messy, as if things weren't complicated enough. A leaked clip from a private studio session appeared online. It showed both artists in the same building, allegedly recording separate tracks but in close proximity. Emotions ran high. People claimed they could see tension in body language, moments where it looked like words were exchanged off camera. The internet went crazy, with fans arguing whether this meant a collaboration or a confrontation. Then, just when everyone thought the story had peaked, another twist emerged. A viral TikTok compiled years of footage showing YoungBoy and Nal growing up together, performing, arguing, and joking. The caption read, "Brothers turned rivals." The emotional response was huge, with comments ranging from sadness to excitement. People were reminded that this wasn't just two artists beefing, it was a story of friendship, betrayal, and fame colliding. The drama escalated further when a fan captured a snippet from Nal's upcoming track, which seemed to address YoungBoy indirectly. The lyrics reportedly said, "We all fall, we all rise, but some lessons hit different when you realize." Blogs exploded with theories, trying to link it to previous leaks, DMs, and posts. Every phrase was analyzed, dissected, and debated like evidence in a court case. Meanwhile, YoungBoy released another teaser. This one even shorter, a 3-second clip of a boxing bell and a shadowy figure walking toward the camera. Fans went wild, speculating it was a hint at an upcoming music video or another diss track. Theories were everywhere. Was he preparing for a final showdown? A truce? Or just feeding the hype machine? The ambiguity kept everyone on edge as the saga continued. Insiders hinted at potential face-to-face meetings that could settle the feud or escalate it further. The tension between loyalty, family, pride, and career ambitions created a combustible mix. Social media erupted every time a new post, story, or leak surfaced. The drama had now surpassed music hit, was part reality show, part social experiment, and entirely viral then. The unthinkable happened. A video surfaced showing a private conversation between both artists, filmed by someone close to the scene. They were allegedly talking calmly, voices low, but you could hear moments of frustration and nostalgia. Phrases like, "Remember where we came from," and "Don't let this ruin us," were captured. Fans immediately jumped to conclusions, debating whether this was reconciliation or just another layer of tension. The clip went viral, sparking reactions from millions in hours. In the midst of this chaos, merch drops, surprise collaborations, and cryptic posts kept everyone engaged. Even mainstream media picked up the story, running headlines like "YoungBoy and NLE, brothers, rivals, or both," and hip-hop's most intense feud or genius marketing. The narrative had become a worldwide spectacle. As of now, nobody knows what the next move will be. Every leak, every post, every snippet of a song adds fuel to the fire. The stakes are higher than ever. Pride, respect, family, career, and legacy are all on the line. Fans continue to speculate, insiders drop hints, and social media remains ablaze. The story has evolved from a musical rivalry into a cultural phenomenon, one that has captivated millions and shows no signs of slowing down. The question hanging over everyone's head is simple. Will YoungBoy and NLE finally squash the beef? Or is this just a prelude to the biggest showdown hip-hop has ever seen? Whatever happens next, it's guaranteed to break the internet, dominate social media, and keep fans talking for months. The drama is real, the stakes are high, and the story is far from over. Alright y'all, here's the part you've been waiting for, the wrap-up, and your call to action. After all the leaks, the cryptic posts, the emotional voice memos, and the drama spilling from the studios to social media, one thing is clear. This saga between YoungBoy and NLE is far from over. The fans are divided, the family dynamics are complicated, and the internet can't stop speculating. Every move, every lyric, every post is analyzed like evidence in a case nobody can close. And that's why we need you, the audience, to weigh in. So tell me, what do you think? Is YoungBoy planning a subtle peace move, or is he just gearing up for another round of lyrical warfare? Is NLE playing it smart with cryptic posts, or is he secretly hurt by old ties that can't be repaired? The drama has layers: loyalty, family, fame, and street respect, and the only way to make sense of it is to hear from all of you. Drop your opinions in the comments, debate with other fans, and let your voice be part of the conversation. And don't forget, if you want to stay up to date with every leak, every twist, and every reaction from this ongoing saga, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss what comes next. There's always another twist, another snippet, another viral moment waiting just around the corner. Your engagement not only keeps you in the loop, it fuels the drama we all live for. So, are you Team YoungBoy, Team NLE, or are you just here for the chaos? Comment below, let the debate rage, and be part of this wild ride. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned because this story is only getting bigger. And the next move might just blow the internet apart. Don't blink, because in the world of hip-hop feuds, things change fast, and the next headline could come at any moment. Your opinion matters, so speak up, share your thoughts, and let's see where this saga goes next.